The deep freeze setting into parts of the country, some areas experiencing potentially life-threatening below-zero temperatures. All of this, of course, creating a travel nightmare before Christmas. The conditions on the roads already hazardous in some places, and thousands of flights have already been delayed or canceled. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has been tracking it all day long for you. He is here now with the very latest. And I know you've been looking at this since yesterday. Give us the latest numbers on air travel first.
So right now, these numbers, every time we talk, it's like they grow and grow and grow. And right now we're looking at over 3,700 cancellations, nearly 3,000 delays right now across America. And we are just seeing these numbers grow and grow. That's probably going to grow well into the afternoon because the winds are going to start to pick up here in the New York City area. And that gets very, very dangerous because that's what the FAA was most concerned about, the winds at these airports.
And what about cancellations? If you experience this, what should you do as a passenger?
So if your flight has been canceled already, there's really nothing you can do but wait. I mean, you could start sort of looking around and seeing what other airlines might be able to get to your destination. And by the way, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can actually go ahead and call the airline and say, can you put me on a competing airline? If there's another flight that's taking off and it's not necessarily a Delta flight, maybe it's a Southwest flight, they actually have partnership agreements in place where you can go ahead and do that. So that's one option. The other option is go ahead and preemptively reschedule your flight to like tomorrow morning if you can. That way, at least you have a better chance at getting home for Christmas and being able to see the family for the first time in years, perhaps, because of the pandemic.
Exactly. For many, this is going to be the first time they're gathering. Yeah. In terms of cancellations, if you go to the airline to rebook, because this is weather, you say you might not get some other perks that would come with a cancellation.
That's right. So this is what the airlines consider an act of God, the weather. And if that happens and your flight is canceled because of the weather, then you're not necessarily going to get a hotel. You're not going to get meals out of that. But if there's something that's gone wrong with the plane, a mechanical issue, a staffing issue, that sort of thing, then they would go ahead and give you a hotel. But that just makes these delays. And that's why I say just go ahead and reschedule. If you've been delayed and delayed and delayed, it's very possible that that flight may be canceled.
Exactly.
So just go ahead and take care of it beforehand. Go home, have some hot cocoa, deal with it at home. And then
better than hanging out at the airport, right?
That's right.
So let's go from the air to the roads. What do we know? I mean, I would imagine icy conditions now as these temperatures begin to plunge.
Well, right now here in the New York City area, for example, we're getting a lot of rain today. Well, what's going to happen overnight? Those temperatures are going to plummet below freezing, and now you're going to get ice on the road and that very, very dangerous black ice. And that's what we're always so concerned about because that's where we see some of the worst accidents and those sort of chain reaction accidents that happen in conditions like this. So take it easy on the road. If you could avoid the road, even better, but just take it easy if you're going to be driving. I'm going to be driving tomorrow, so it's just going to take, maybe twice as long to get there because you want to go slow and make sure that you don't hit any black ice.
I'm with you. I'll be driving too. We're driving in opposite directions, but I'll be driving too. What about best and worst times to travel?
So what we were saying was early in the morning or late at night. But the weather's kind of changing everything, right? Because now people are trying to go a little bit earlier or a little bit later. So it's really tough to tell. Obviously, I think the afternoon is going to be the toughest. This afternoon in particular is going to be the toughest, but late at night may be better. But again, I'm just worried about these icy conditions on the road.
I guess just check the area in your local roads, right? Because it's just so, it's always changing. And finally, the deliveries. I mean, not as important as our safety, of course, but those packages that you were hoping to get last minute, they could be delayed now.
UPS and FedEx are already warning, listen, you might not be able to get these packages in time because they are just as affected, those cargo planes, just as affected as passenger planes. So, I mean, I don't know how you plan for that. I guess maybe even drive it yourself, but.
Oh, gosh. You know what? You learn from this and buy your gifts earlier next year.
I know, yes, and don't pay all that money on shipping.
Good advice. As always, Gio Benitez, thanks.
Thank you,
Safe
Alexis.
travels tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.